Okay, you amazing, beautiful humans with extraordinary voices. Happy Thursday. Good to see you this morning. Hope you all are having a great day out there. Um, so I know not everybody on here is in our company, but I got to share something with you. As much as our company, nutritional company, like people use it to make extra money, go full time, whatever it is. You get all these interviews and all these people are like, the money's great, the health is great. But let me tell you what's better than that is we have this weekend another opportunity to come into our friends and family in Birmingham, Alabama. And there's nothing more exciting than to know that's coming up, right? Soon I'll be in Colorado Springs. We got a great event there. I love the community. And the coach's corner is that for me. It's just a beautiful community. And so I challenge everybody, never unplug from a positive community. Never unplug. Like I always say, even in our business, when somebody tells me they're going to quit, I'm like, what are you quitting on? Good, healthy products going in your body? Like, what are you going to try to get sick? Like, what are you doing? Like, you want to try to put on some weight? Nobody wants that. So just keep enjoying the journey, And I say the same thing about a positive community. When somebody's going through a rough time, I'm like, why would you unplug from positivity? Don't unplug from the positive community that's around you. They can change our life. And you guys do that every day. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we've got some birthday people today. Rebecca Gersey and Joe Mitchell. If anybody knows Joe don't get to come on here every morning. She's opening the restaurant. But listen, if you know any of those two or they are on here, if Rebecca's on here, we got to sing happy birthday. We hope they have a great birthday. So the word for today comes from Miss Arlene Hutchinson. Okay. It's her word for the year and it's creative. So let me ask you a question without you raising your hand. Do you consider yourself a creative person? Well, I want to read the definition to you. It means having the ability to think in new and imaginative. Oh, it's you being using your imagination. I am tongue tied. I think about Beth Johnson right now. She's on our coach's corner. She teaches littles, and look how creative she is. Yesterday was punk rock day, 80s. Today, she's being creative, and the kids are going to love it because she's dressed up as a tourist today. Show us your camera again, Beth. She even brought the camera. She even got so creative, she brought the camera, right? So let me ask you a question. Are you that? Like some people show up, Melissa Jackson, I don't know if Melissa's on this morning, but like she'll be creative on a holiday, on St. Patrick's Day, on Valentine's Day. Like, isn't it fun to go through the life like being a little creative, like mixing things up a little bit? I need to be more creative. So creative means having the ability to think in new ventures. Like it's about coming up with original ideas, solving problems in fresh ways. It's about expressing yourself uniquely. Okay. So, where I went this morning with creative is whether it's business, problem solving, or just personal growth, like being creative helps us see opportunities where others, here's what they see obstacles. I'm going to go back to something simple, driving a tractor. Now, how many of you in the comments would put no to driving a tractor? Like, I don't know how to drive a tractor. If I stuck you on a tractor today, could you drive it down the road? Or would you run it in the ditch? Or could you even get it cranked? Right? So you could look at that one thing and go, oh my gosh, I can't do it. Or you could problem solve and go, who do I know that knows how to do it? And let me reach out to them and see if they can teach me something they learned once upon a time. So you call John Frick or Brenda Carlton up and they're like, absolutely, I can show you how to drive a tractor. Or you might be sitting here this morning and go, I don't know how to wakeboard. How many of you would say no to wakeboarding? Oh, I couldn't wakeboard. I've not learned it in 49 years. No, everybody's saying no. Or if you had that burning desire, you could go, you know what? I'm going to call Ashley Paulson up because she's taught herself how to wakeboard. I bet she could teach me. I bet she could show some tips and some strategies and some things. So being creative is not looking at it as an obstacle, but it's looking at it like a learning opportunity. And how can I solve that riddle, that puzzle, putting that piece together in my life, right? So why is that so important? Well, because when I realize that I have the power to be creative, right? I have the power to dress up today like a tourist, like Beth Johnson. I have the power to go wakeboarding. I don't know how to wakeboard, but I have the power to learn. I just got to ask. I just got to get taught like they were taught. I have the power to drive a tractor. By the way, I could teach you how to drive a tractor. But here's the thing, I was taught at one point. So we've got the power in us, Ken, to do anything we want to do if we're creative and we don't look at it like an obstacle. Oh my goodness, I could never do a presentation. Find someone that knows how to do one and get them to teach it, and you absolutely could learn. Be creative. Here's why it's so important. It helps you and me stand out in a crowded world. If you want to stand out, be more creative, right? Or don't be mad because you're just another person in the crowded world, right? Next is it allows you and me to seek solutions to problems. I just put on 5 pounds. Ah, I got that covered. I'll take these drops under my tongue. I'll do this. Like I got this solution to the problem. It helps keep life exciting. You know, I need to go make an extra $200 this week. Well, guess what? Solve what you have the ability to do to go create that, right? Go make that money. How can you do it? We've all got the power. And here's the thing, if I'm creative and the world starts noticing and I stand out in a crowded world, here's what's going to come my way. More doors that are open, more opportunities, more possibilities. It's almost like the universe gives back to me for stepping out of the box, for challenging my limits and going, oh yeah, I'm going to be a solution finder. I'm going to come with solutions, not just the obstacles in my mind. And by doing that, the universe is going to bring so much more to me. So that's my thought for today. Andrea, I'll turn it to you.
Well, great thoughts. Sorry, I was answering in the chat, but great thoughts. Love it. Feeling more creative already. And the quote that I found was, you can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. And that's Maya Angelou. And I feel like this is one of those things. This is a muscle that we can develop. I will say, I might be the least creative person in the room. I'm kind of a black and the white person. I don't tend to think, but I saw the little picture of the ram on the back of that person's truck, and I might not have seen it, but I sure do appreciate it. So I love the thought that this is something that if I do a little work, right? If I try a little harder, maybe I can get more creative. So that's what I looked into. If I feel like I'm kind of a little bit boring and a box kind of person, how can I get a little rounder and get a little bit more creative? So first of all, I've got to be willing to try new things. So instead of me saying, oh, nope, I can't wakeboard. Nope, nope, I can't do that. Nope, nope. I got to be willing to, just like Pat said, is to step out of that comfort zone and explore the new experiences, because inspiration comes from that variety. If I look at the same view every day and I talk to the same people every day and I do the same things, well, what's going to inspire me to do something a little different, right? So we've got to get out of the norm and try something new. Next, I've got to ask myself, what if? Challenge yourself to think a little bit differently by questioning the norm. Now, I am a questioner. This is something that I think I can do really well. I actually had someone very close to me quote me and they said, "Let me ask a clarifying question." I thought, "Oh, I do say that a lot. That is a very Andrea thing to say." So I am a questioner, but I question out. If we really want to be more creative, we've got to question in. So, I always park here, or I always do this, or I only look at things this way. Maybe I need to question myself and try to see things a little bit differently. Next, I've got to surround myself with creativity. So what does that look like? Read a book out of a genre that you normally wouldn't. Like, I love historical fiction. That's probably my favorite. My daughter reads a lot of, like, I guess it might be fantasy. So there's dragons and fairies and all kinds of things like that. So if I want to expand my creativity, maybe I lean in and read a couple of the books that she's interested in, or look at mythology or whatever. Watch a movie from a different, I'm a rom-com gal. Like, if I'm going to pick the movie, it's going to be some kind of rom-com. So if I want to be more creative, maybe I watch whatever other genres are out there. Just don't make it scary. So just pick something different out of my norm. Go engage with people that are creative. Go look at art. Go to a concert. But plug into something that is not your norm. And next would be to take some breaks. Sometimes stepping away from, maybe you're working on a problem, right? You're trying to do something in your business, whatever it may be. Sometimes the best way we can get creative in our solution is to walk away from it. So go outside and listen to those birdies, take a walk, play with your kid. I don't know, play fetch, go play golf, go ride in the tractor, whatever it may be, to clear your mind so that you can step back in and have a new idea to solve that problem. And then I'll end here. I'm going to say lastly, and this can be a hard one, but ditch perfectionism. When we, once upon a time, kind of COVID, did anybody else try to get some crafts during COVID? And so I was going to learn to watercolor and paint with watercolors. I did not. But I would sit down and I would have a vision in my head and I would go down and try to get it on paper, and mine was a blob and there was like art, and it was really frustrating because I wanted it to look like somebody that had done this for 10 years on my day one. So if we release that perfectionism and just try something, be willing to make mistakes, be willing to experiment, then we can bring that creativity into our life. So great word, Arlene. I don't know. Did we have her this? We didn't, but hopefully she'll catch the recording and we'll get to share it with her later.
Yeah, that was a great word. Yeah, and Kimberly Brecka says, out of Michigan, says done is better than perfect. That's so me. I'm like, I would rather just get after it and try to, work on the perfection as I go, you know? So that's kind of my motto. I know we've talked about that, Andrea, but listen, we've all got the ability to be creative. We absolutely do. It's in us. So great word for today, guys. We love you. We appreciate you. We'll see you back tomorrow as we close out the week. Another week gone. Wow. 2025, just like, whew. We'll be here and gone before we know it. So
The other one bites the
God
dust.
bless you.